Hello, active and attractive community. How are you ladies feeling today? Welcome back to another Thursday here inside of our group. Guys, I'm so excited for today, as always, because what we're going to be talking about is just one more layer, one more step, the next tier to your evolution and becoming the healthy feminine leader that you know you've always been meant to be. You always have been. And Ada's here. Hello. And ladies, we're just going to stack another brick on top of building your world around your health and in regards to all areas of your health. So if you have not heard this conversation yet, let me know that you're new to this dialogue. What we're talking about right now is elements of something I called world building. And world building, as Ada knows, is this big multi-dimensional idea that you as the healthy feminine leader has a world inside of her that is just dying to get out. You have got things inside of you, ways that you see life, ways that you perceive people, ways that you believe that the world can become a better place. You've got ways that you would love for your family to be, ways that you would love for your home to be, ways that you would love for your body to be. You've got ideas, you've got goals, passion, a mission. Good morning, Lindy. You ladies all have something so deep within you. And in order to get it out, we've got to build it. You and your little hammer, just building your world one brick at a time and not allowing the world that's within to just stay there. I know for me, I've always been a visionary, a very big dreamer. We've talked about this in the 3 days of world building. It's like I've always been one to see more for the world, more for the reality that I'm living in than what I'm currently seeing. And what do they say? We want to walk by faith and not by sight. This is because what you see inside of you is something that's worthy of having faith in. It's the part of you that you're just like, man, it'd be so nice if I could. It would be so nice if the world could. And rather than waiting and hoping and wishing, as a visionary, we want to also be leaders, action takers, people who say, you know what? I don't just want to imagine the dream person in my mind. I don't want to imagine my family just being better. I don't want to imagine having a healthier body. I actually want to build it. Ladies, world building is seeing something for your world or the world and saying, you know what? I'm going to build this out. I'm going to take the vision in my mind and use that as the blueprint to create so that I can experience a better world and so can everyone else. So, ladies, what this conversation is about is how can we keep you as the feminine leader healthy so that you stay consistently aligned to this vision? I want to hear from you ladies. What have your takeaways been? For those of you guys who've been paying attention over the last couple of months, because we've been having this conversation weekly for about we're wrapping up the third month here in January. So I want to hear from you guys. Just a quick shout out. Like, what are some of the top themes that have been sticking with you over the last few months? What are some themes that you just sit with that are at the top of your head and you're like, my God, that one just resonated? Whether it's something you've been able to apply directly or it was something that you are still trying to like play with, but you know it hits you in the heart, right? I want to hear from you guys, who I'm going to now call veterans. I want to hear from you guys. What has been gelling and sticking for you? For me, my big thing that keeps popping up in my mind this week is how actions build worlds. And if you haven't seen this video, I'm going to comment it down here after I'm done and make sure you guys have a direct link to go watch this video. But it's really, really important that you remember that if you want a transformation in your life, if you want to see something different, and if you want to experience more joy, wealth, all of the things, health, all of the things, then we don't want to just sit on it. We do want to remember that in order to build the world you see for yourself, for your family, for mankind, whatever you see, you can't just sit on it. It has to be actionable. We have to create action out of it. And so I know I've spent a lot of my life just dreaming about the things. It'd be so nice to da-da-da-da-da. I really think that they should da-da-da-da-da. I'd have a lot of opinions about how I thought other people were doing things. I would listen to other people's perspectives and formulate my own. But the problem was that I sat with that vision in my chest. It stayed here in my body. And what I noticed was the actions that I was taking in order to create some type of life for myself, they were all something different than what I saw in my mind. So the way this would look is if Lindy was like, I really want to start traveling more, or I really want to start, doing the keto diet. Let's just say you said that, Lindy, and I'd be like, well, I want to travel more and I want to lose weight. I would probably go based off of exactly what Lindy wanted to go. She might say, I want to go to India. And I'm like, well, I know I want to travel more. So since I don't know what I want, I guess I want to go to India too. If she said, hey, I want to get healthier and I want to do the keto diet, because I didn't know myself very well at the time, it would be like, I guess I'll do the keto diet too. Instead of asking myself, what do I want? Why do I want it? How do I want it? How do I want to feel when I have it? How do I want to feel when I experience it? I would take action in the leadership that I knew how, but I would do it based on other people's visions. Whether it was comparison, me trying to be like someone else, whether it was someone else said they got a result and I wanted that result too. Whether it was fear, someone said that I wasn't good enough or I felt like I wasn't good enough. And so I started chasing something that was opposite of what this person was saying about me. I found myself taking action in so many ways. And if actions build worlds, I built a freaking world. But part of it I was satisfied with, and the rest, it just didn't feel like me. It felt like too much, not enough. What I want for us ladies is, as you pursue your big visions, I know that you guys have grand visions, big things you want to see on this earth. I know that you guys want to see transformation in different categories of the world. You want to see transformation in schools. You want to see transformation for the next generation. You want to see transformation in how people take care of their health. You want to see transformation in sexual intimacy. You want to see transformation in the way people communicate. You want to see transformation with how many people have money. You want to see transformation in people and what type of homes, and if they have a home at all. You want to see transformation in the way that the government runs. You want to see transformation in the way that we take care of our environment. You want to see transformation. I know you have very big transformations that you want to see on this world, and that as a leader is going to require that you build your vision. You've got an idea, a solution in your head on how we can all make it better. But what happens is that when leaders go lead and they're not operating with healthy feminine leadership, they're just doing what I used to do, which is to tear after something, and it was helpful for a little while, but it didn't feel satisfying for me. I made myself pursue a bunch of actions and I helped a bunch of people. But when I'd go home at night, I felt completely exhausted, unsatisfied, drained. And rather than saying, man, Sammy, look at all that you built today, I said, yeah, I built stuff today, but like, what about me? What about my life? What about my well-being? What about my health? Yes, mothering nations. Yes, ma'am, Ada, yes. Like, there are things that are required for us to be healthy in our leadership. And it looks like, what is it that you need? What do you need? What do you need in your world? Your world, ladies, are comprised of the 4 quadrants: your home, your body, your relationships, and your business, the back end. When you have all 4 of these quadrants all set up to take care of you, to nurture you, to support you, to represent you, to speak life into you, when you have your body fueling you, when you have your relationships feeding you, when you have your home reminding you, when you have all of these things in place to keep you upright, especially as you pursue big things like mothering nations, and the world has something else to say, you know that you've got a world to return to that supports you, takes care of you, and brings you back to life, so that you can step out for another day tomorrow. So ladies, this journey about actions build worlds has been on my heart big time the last week, because a lot of us are sitting around just dreaming, and that's the first step of the process. But what we want to do from that place is to take action. And when you take action, the question is, am I taking action in the direction of my vision, or am I taking action based on my fears or what other people say? Ladies, we're here to build a world that is good for all. We're here to build a world that's good for all. And when I say we're here to build a world that's good for all, you are included. We want to build a world that's good for you too. Don't be a martyr and trying to stand up for everyone. Because if you can't stand up for yourself, you can only stand up for everyone as far as you're willing to stand up for you. So in this light, ladies, I want you to remember that you are valuable. You're important. You matter. And what we're going to talk about today is if your identity carries all of your vision, all of your mission, all of your purpose, your desires, your wants, your needs, your direction, your philosophies, if your identity carries all of you, and that's just all bundled up in your world, right now, this month in January, we're talking about health. How is your health fueling you? How are you utilizing health practices, whether it's in social health, communication health, financial health, mental health, emotional health, and my specialty, physical health? How are you utilizing health practices to amplify your identity so that you don't just show up, but you show up and you feel fueled to go after what it is that you want? We're going to talk today about the next layer, which is health is your teacher. Health gets to be a teacher for you. And so this is going to be a conversation mostly for those of you guys who are targeted in physical health, weight loss, strength, joint pain, disease. I want to speak to you in that language, but I want you to read through what I'm saying, because what I'm sharing is true for all things, whether it's healthy communication, whether it's the way you allow your mind to stay healthy, whether it's your emotional health or your financial health. It doesn't matter what type of health. Health is an alignment to what it is that you desire. And so in regards to the body, I'm going to break down to you what it looks like to allow health and your health journey to be a teacher to you, so that you don't just start to get the results, but you sharpen your character and become ultimately a better leader to serve the world. So ladies, let me know if you're ready for this dialogue. We're going to go in here in just a second. I want to see what Lindy says. So the world building in particular, I'm so sorry, Lindy. I really can't wear light colors because my eyes with the white letters and then the white shirt, it's so hard for me to see. It's not you. I needed the board for sure, because it reminds me of my world, and it helps it keep it near to the front of my mind. And I'm thinking of how I can bring it into the reality here. So what's so powerful about that, Lindy, and for those of you guys who don't know what she's referencing, I've run a free masterclass called the 3 Days of World Building, and we do a really fun activity where we start to define your world. Now, what's beautiful about defining your world, I see someone who says, hello, Kim, you made it. Hello, girlfriend. It's what we want to look at is, in the 3 Days of World Building, we literally craft your world. It is like the most mystical / fun / psychological play. There's so much fun in the process. Very childlike experience where we literally craft your world. And most people will do a collage and make a collage on their phone, but a few of you guys, like Lindy, decided to actually take those photos, print them out, and post them on her wall so that she can keep her world at top of mind. And so in the 3 Days of World Building, we talk about your world in a practical sense, so that you're not just remembering like, who am I? Oh, I'm funny and I'm kind and I'm nice. And it's like, those are words. Yes, that's a part of you, but that just defines your person. What about the way you see dwelling and living in a home space? What about the way you decide you want to interact with people? What are your deep cultural beliefs around how people should exchange their gifts and how they should nest together in a community? All of these different pieces that are ultimately how you see the world. This is what she's referencing, and putting that at the forefront, remembering, gosh, if I could build this very mystical, magical world out here on this planet today, like how different would my life be? So Lindy, I'm so happy you got so much from that, because that's my favorite process to run people through. Ada says, I need to break soul ties with a pastor. I left his church 23 years ago, and he thinks my grand vision is connected with him. So look, these are the parts when we look at the 4 quadrants and we're like, okay, so I know that I'm meant to create a home space for me to rest, to relax, to enjoy opulence, and make it social, to make it family friendly. Everybody has a different way in how they want their home to nest them. The same thing is true for your body. You have a certain way you want to feel in your body. Some of you guys want to feel strong. Some of you guys want to feel free. Some of you guys want to feel intent. Some of you guys want a style that's sleek. Some of you guys want a style that's fanciful. Whatever has to do with you, this is the body quadrant. But in the relationship quadrant, the way this works is that if you are going from body or home, body, relationships to business, and you get all 4 of these squares straight, what should happen is you're creating your vision very freely. If you feel safe at home, your body's producing energy, your relationships support you, and the back end of your business is structured, you should be creating like wildfire. Posting on social media, interacting, networking, building, actually going out to sites, creating things, making connections, investing. Like when you are really in your best zone, all 4 of these quadrants are taken care of. The beauty of being able to see them in the form of quadrants is we get to address things like Ada said. Hey, I'm trying to build this big vision, but somebody from 23 years ago has such a connection to me in my relationship quadrant. I need to cut that. I need to let it go. I need to cut that tie, because when I let that go, I get to be fully me. And so it doesn't matter time or space. This person you might not live around, or it might have been as far away as 23 years ago. But it's the fact that it's a connection point that's keeping your sense of relationships from feeling supportive and safe. This is going to allow you, when you do that, Ada, you're going to allow your vision to open up, because it's not going to be attached to this person anymore. It's going to be fully attached to you. So somebody said, what do you mean by business structures? What I mean, Kim, is the back end of your business. So when I say business, it kind of captures a lot of things. Some people will hear like the service you offer, and this is part of it, but the vision for the world can sometimes be considered business. And so, for example, I have business to bring health to leaders. That's my business. But that's also my vision. I want to build a Facebook group where we could talk like this. I have an app that I'm building. I have where people can play and get healthy. I have masterminds that I'm creating. I've got all of these business things that I'm doing, but ultimately that's my vision. That's what I have that I'm going to be building. And in order for me to be a very efficient builder, I need back-end stuff to support me. Managed finances, systems, technology, support, maybe a team. Maybe I'm overloaded and I can't expand into my big vision because I need more hands. Maybe it's, like I need more product development. Maybe the back end of your business really is like, what do you as the business owner or the creative need? Do you need paintbrushes, right? Some people need paintbrushes and they don't have access to the fancy kind they need to paint the art, because that's the vision. That's what I mean is, what do you need? What are the supplies you need for the back end of your production in order to create the big fanfare that is your vision for us? So let's see. So Ada, like releasing the relationships, that's beautiful. And then Lindy says, got it, perfect. And Lindy says, I've had progress in the quadrant of body and health this month. Yes. This is what I want to see for you guys. Oh my God. 1 brick at a time. It doesn't matter if you told me I walked for the first time in 23 years, right? And I only walked once, but Sammy, I did it. That is the vibe. That is the attitude we're taking, is 1 step at a time. But what do you want for those quadrants? What do you want? These are the questions. So ladies, if last week we talked about your body is your friend. A lot of us have very entangled relationships with our body that do not allow us to form a tight, connected bond with our physical, okay? So what I mean by that is, if you're a person who's been scarred by a man, say you were in a relationship, maybe you were with someone for 20 years and they broke your heart. Cambria, hello. Maybe you had something happen to you, a negative incident with a man. Maybe a man yelled at you. Maybe you had an uncomfortable relationship with your father. Maybe your relationship with a man is the thing that you have. It's the negative rub. And when you're looking at the relationship quadrant and you're saying, I want to have a romantic relationship. Good morning, love. I want to get married. I want to feel adored. I want to be taken care of. I want to be a wife. I want to be a muse. I want to have great sexual intimacy. I want to have open communication. We say we want all of these things, but when we have a negative relationship with the thing that we're saying we want, it's difficult to formulate something that actually produces the big, beautiful vision that we have. The same thing can happen with money. It's like money is the root of all evil. Money is something that comes and goes. Money is something that my parents hung over me when I was little. Money was something that I was robbed one time, and I was mugged in the street, and now I'm afraid of having rich possessions because it might bring harm to me. There are so many ways that we might find ourselves creating a relationship with a thing that keeps us from having the good relationship with the thing. This can happen with our children. This can happen with housing. I've seen people hop around from house to house because it's like they always see that their homes are breaking down, right? A lot of people, all of us, have something that we're in negative standing with and the way we view it. And so it's not helping us build a strong, passionate, hopeful, supportive relationship with that thing. Many people have that relationship with their body. Most women have that relationship with their body. How many times have you tried the diet that didn't work out? How many times did you start and stop your exercise plan and you just feel like your body's just not in it? How many times have you tried to lose the weight with all the different diets and it seems like your body is stubborn? How many times have you felt just constant anxiety or depression or frustration or discomfort? How many times do you wish that maybe you could just get out of this body and move into someone else's and have a different life? This is the reality of what a lot of us relate to when it comes to our body. But the truth is the only reason it hurts, the only reason we don't like it is because what we really want is something better. We want a better relationship. Now, the problem with the body is that we can't get rid of it. Some of you guys have navigated some of the most devastating diseases, and somehow you're still here. Some of you guys have been dealing with chronic aches and pains and brain fog and discomfort, migraines. There's so many things that you could probably say about your body that's just like, But the truth is when I break down to the nature, the true origin, the original intent of everyone's physique, is that when you're experiencing a pain, when you're experiencing a trauma, when you're experiencing something that's just not moving, deep, deep down, buried beneath all of the pain, your body is still trying to fight for you. This is science. This is primal. This is our intelligent design. Our bodies are trying to fight for us the best possible way it knows how. Even with autoimmune diseases, when our bodies are attacking itself, the body is attacking itself because something in the wires got crossed. And the body is attacking itself thinking that it is a problem. But it's not trying to harm you. It's not trying to hurt you. It's actually trying to protect you. It's just that it's protecting you against you. That's the problem. So what I want you guys to think about is when you think about your body as your friend, we have things in our body that have been stubborn. They've been present in our lives for a while. It might be our relationship with exercise. It might be our relationship with food. It might be constant sugar cravings. It might be eye dryness or eye vision problems. It might be hair, skin, nails. It might be something that's just not where you want it to be. I want you to know that at the very core nature of your body's intention is that it is trying its best to work for you. It wants you to have the best because when you are at your best, you have the greatest chance for survival. You have the greatest chance for survival, reproduction and survival. That is what your body wants. Your body wants you to connect emotionally. It wants you to have the best life experiences. It wants you to be alive, fully energetic, thinking new thoughts, because when you bring new thoughts on this planet, the entire environment your body gets to live in changes. It wants that for you. But when there's a deficiency, a dysfunction, a misthought, a misfire,